Autumn is here, but it's fine because at least it's not raining, and that means I have no excuse not to deal with this car today, or at least the part that I can do. It is also a sad day for my microphone, which is, as you can see, on the top of this bit of carpet here. The microphone and the receiver. Now I believe the receiver has gone wrong. So now it's sound off the phone only, which isn't quite as good. It also means I can't walk away whilst filming and carry on talking and still be heard. So it's not froggy, annoying, that's it. Yesterday was my first day of filming with the new phone, and that was spoilt by two things. The first thing is that I was too afraid to leave my phone on the tripod because of it pinging off before, and the other is just the microphone stopping working. Anyway, never mind. What I have to do today is fit this particular item just here onto there. So this onto that today. It's very much one of those things that once I get started, I can't really just leave it halfway through. So I've got to finish it today. Should be an easy job. 18 minutes past 12. The chances of all this working without some sort of headache, earache, face ache are very slim. So I may as well prepare myself for a really good lie down. Hence the carpet. What, having a break already? Slight problem. Slight. This here is the... something falling out. This is the problem. I've got to take this thing out of there. Those come undone quite easily, but this part won't remove itself whilst this is in the way. So that means that I have to undo this one and that one as well. So there's some lateral movement with the diff. Will there be any lateral movement? I don't know. It'll certainly move up and down. And at some point when I've undone these bolts, I'm going to have to support the thing with the trolley jack, meaning I have very little room under here. But that isn't the issue. The issue is that bolt there. And where it's placed, you see this part of the subframe is in the way. So to use an extension, that means the exhaust is in the way. And it doesn't matter how long or short the extension is, it's still in the way. It just means I get to spend more time underneath Boaty's car. 3 bolts out, 2 loosened. 4 bolts out. I think somebody may have overdone it with the thread lock somewhat. This is bolt number 5 coming out there, and I'm just hoping that it will give enough clearance to get this bushy thing waggled out of the way. At the moment it doesn't look like it's going to do. Oh gosh, I'm having to keep taking a break from that because there's that much something on the bolt, and it's full whack with about that much of a turn, lifting the car every time I do it. I hope it goes back on easier. You should always wear goggles whilst walking underneath the car, because you just don't know what's going to, because the amount of dust and debris and just bits of metal that can fall into your eyes isn't worthwhile the hassle. Of course I didn't wear goggles and now I can't see properly. Anyway, who cares about that when I have got the thing out? Look at that. That is what you call not really much of a bush any longer, is it? It's practically, well, there's barely anything hanging on at all there. That's great. And what is the time? I don't know, it's taken me well over an hour just to get a couple of bolts out. They weren't seized, they were just unbelievably stiff. It's almost like they was using ever so slightly too big a thread for the hole they were going into. Every tiny turn took the heave of my arm with a breaker bar. So yeah, I enjoyed that. So now it's just a matter of putting the new one in, jacking up the diff again, and then replacing all the bolts. Not replacing them, putting the same ones back in. Hopefully, maybe I should use a bit of grease or something to help them on the way. So the time now is 9 minutes past 2. Time to put the bolts back together again. So now, will it take another 2 hours to bung in 5 bolts? Put back together in 5 minutes. So, I have achieved something today. Time to pack up my tools and go home. No, of course not. No, I have other things I need to do now. Like observing the beautiful autumnal colours, looking up at the sky and pondering the future of my beard, and considering Boaty's little car here. I'm starting to feel a bit sorry for it. Now, the jobs it needs doing on this car at the moment are things I can't quite do because I haven't got the parts, and because it's going to take some welding of a bit on there that once I start I'm a bit concerned I'll just make it even worse. But that won't stop me from having a go, but not today. One thing I can do with this car though to make it look a little bit less sad, and Boaty will appreciate this because he loves washing videos. I think I might just wash it now to say thanks to him for buying me lunch tomorrow. One of the rather wonderful things about having this clear out, which as you can see isn't finished yet, is I can access the tap much easier. I say much easier, I've still got boxes in the way and I've still got stuff in the way there. Dear noodly appendage man with your foot in the sky, please give me the motivation to clean this car. It's not beer or Tizer. There we go, Brian. That's much more respectable, isn't it? You feeling better now? Chin up, mate. You'll get fixed before too long. It's only a quick wash, but it makes all the difference, doesn't it? And the thing is, I'm struggling to get to the other side of the car there with all the debris in the way. In just the matter of a few days or a week, the whole colouring of the trees has changed. No spectacular colours anywhere, but it is now properly autumn. That tree really needs to come down. What's that? Looks like an alien. Oh, it's a lamppost. A flickering lamppost in the distance. You see, as I've mentioned before, my microphone has stopped working, and that means that I was using it for quite a while yesterday, from about 20 foot away, and there's no sound practically. I mean, it was still going through this because my phone didn't recognise it was being plugged into something, so it attempted to make a sound. And now I've got to try and fix that because it's a car review, and my friend Carl went to quite an effort to bring this car up to me, so the video needs to go out. Oh, time to do some video stuff then. Time to do some voiceover work in a way that I've never done it before. Will it be convincing? Will it be cack? We'll find out tomorrow or tonight. Johnny Crook, Greg Anderson, Smashing Pistons, and Alan Sell. Okay.